Okay, we saw a little bit earlier where we had an opportunity with some very large rhododendrons that rather than pruning the rhododendrons back, making a lot of heading cuts that would really make us prune more in the future, we decided to move the path. Here on these steps, it would be a much bigger job moving these steps than it would be to prune these rhododendrons. And you can see here, these are a little bit different kind of rhododendron. This is Rhododendron adenopotum. It grows much, much taller. So we'll be able to make some thinning cuts and create some headroom under these branches. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just come in and we're going to take some branches, make some thinning cuts, again, pruning back to a strong lateral branch. And we'll make a couple of passes on this to see how we're doing, see if we've created the headroom that we want. And we're just picking the most likely suspects, the ones that are most in our hair, and just essentially lifting the canopy of the plant up, creating a little more room for us to walk in. I've got these that are right in front of me. I'm going to make a thinning cut back here, remove those. These, I might be able to just remove the branches that are growing underneath rather than cutting back to the whole branch. This one, I think I want to take it back all the way. I think I like that one. Not everybody's as tall as me. Again, I might come right in here and just take off a few of these branches that point downward, and that's a really good thing to do. Sometimes you can get more room if you just thin some of the lower pointing branches. It essentially takes the weight off the branch, and the branch actually pops back up and gets a little taller, gets a little higher off the ground. So let's step back for a second and take a look at that. Well, on second thought, I'm going to take this one. And on third thought, I'll take this one, come over here to this rhododendron on the opposite side of the path, thin that branch here. Now, we've got some wilted foliage here. I don't like the looks of this wilted foliage, and it looks like the foliage came out this year and then wilted. So what I'm going to do is very carefully thin that all the way back to the next vigorous branch and take this one into the Extension Diagnostics Lab and get a proper ID on what this problem could be. Might be nothing, but it might be an insect, maybe a borer, maybe some type of root rot or stem canker. We want to make sure that if we're going to start some sort of a treatment, we want to make sure we're identifying exactly what's wrong with the plant. Just doing a little bit of deadheading here. We've got a few spent flowers. We looked at deadheading earlier, but this particular rhododendron didn't flower real heavily, so it's not such a big job, and I don't need all those extra hands. So I think what we've done here is illustrated that we can take lower limbs, making thinning cuts, gain more headroom on the path, and we don't have to go through the expense of moving the path. And we were able to do this because this is a type of rhododendron that grows much taller than the other one that we saw.